Caught you watching the boob tube instead of doing your homework, didn't I? Well, as long as you're here, let's take a look at Lieutenant Dirk Niblick and see what that mathematical wizard is up to in today's episode. There's a long Brie trail of finding.
Well, if it isn't Lieutenant Dirk Niblick.
Well, if it isn't Lieutenant Dirk Niblick, I'm balancing somebody else's checkbook.
Oh, I usually balance mine using a quill and ledger, but to each his own.
How is my favorite neighbor, Mr. Beasley?
Am I really your favorite neighbor?
Yes, there's a vacant lot on the other side.
Well, I've come with a message, Lieutenant Niblick.
Well, what, pray tell, is that?
Your telephone is ringing.
I'll go pick up the receiver.
Good. That'll undoubtedly stop the ringing that's been annoying the bejabbers out of me for, these many minutes.
Another call on the math phone. It could be almost anyone. After all, this is a cartoon.
Hello, Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade. That's strange, a hang-up.
And as Dirk continued to be hung up on his hang-up in another part of the place where we live, this scene was unraveling.
All right, you lily-livered, lip lasso-lugging linchpin, up with your hands. Now, throw down that strong box and be quick about it. I ain't got all day. I want to get home and watch Square One TV.
I love that show.
I never miss it.
Don't you think Reggie is adorable?
I love the music videos.
Give me the money. That's more like it.
Well, if that isn't about the dirtiest, low-downest thing these tired old eyes have ever heard. A stagecoach robbery.
Again? You got robbed again? How much did you lose this time?
All of it.
I meant, Jerome, how much money did he take?
Another $1 million.
Gee, that's $6 million he's stolen this week.
No, $5,001,000. The first time I got robbed, I was only carrying $1,000.
I need help, and I know where to get it. I'm gonna call...
Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade, speaking with a mouthful, even though he knows better.
Lieutenant Niblick, this is Fat Garrett.
The famous Western lawman who shot William Bonney, alias Billy the Kid, and made the West a safer place to live?
No, that was Pat Garrett. I'm Louise Fat Garrett, the famous Western law person who changed zoning laws to allow fast food restaurants to obscure the natural beauty and made the West a safer place to eat.
Yes, what can I do for you, Louise?
I need your help, Lieutenant.
And as the Western law person whined her story to the vaunted mathematician, Dirk, friend to all, even those who don't send thank-you notes, agreed to put on a three-piece cowboy suit and go vest young man.
Howdy, I'm Louise Fat Garrett.
I'm Dirk Niblick, Louise.
Why are you carrying that animal?
He threw a shoe.
You buy him?
Nope, rented him.
Hurts.
Well, that's what he claims, so I've been letting him ride me since St. Louis, Louise. Now, you said a goodly amount of money has been stolen from stagecoaches recently.
$5,001,000 to be exact.
$6,001,000 to be totally up to date.
Yeah, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't say anything to Mr. Manhattan. He's beginning to get peevish.
What's this? Another robbery?
Who are you, if I may make so bold?
Simon P. Manhattan, a banker who is so wealthy and carefree, I still loan money in South America. But I'm going broke. Every time I ship money to my branch offices, the stage gets robbed.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty doggone embarrassed about this whole thing, Mr. Manhattan.
It doesn't. What's wrong with you, Niblick? Are you in your second childhood?
No, I'm just going through a stage.
He's looking for clues. Find anything, Lieutenant?
Zilch.
Zilch?
Zilch. It's a tasteless vegetable that has no nutritional value.
I've found nothing. How does your money shipping business work, Mr. Manhattan?
Very poorly.
Well, how is it supposed to work?
I take my money to the stage office in the town of Cahoots, New Mexico.
So you were in cahoots?
So to speak. I hand the manager the package of money and he puts it in the strong box. The shipments have been going through unmolested until recently.
I see. Perhaps I should ride on the stage next time you make a shipment.
By all means.
Meanwhile, in Cahoots, New Mexico, that's precisely what Dirk did. he became an assistant deputy sheriff at a swearing-at ceremony.
I wanted that job, you lousy jobbernoll.
How's come that lop-eared meatball got the job?
He's a gutless wonder.
We know what a bad actor for a lawman.
That'd make him an Omar Sherry.
I meant swearing-in ceremony.
And I accept the job as assistant deputy sheriff, even though it's a chancy job, and it makes a man lonely.
Here's the money, Lieutenant Niblick.
You say there's $1 million in this package.
You bet.
How do you know? Did you count it?
No, but I counted the $1,000 shipment.
Uh-huh.
This is $1,001 bills, and this is $1,001 bills.
Oh?
Sure. 1,000 is written like this. 1 million is written like this. See? 1 million has 3 more zeros, so the package needs to be 3 times bigger.
Ingenious.
Mr. Simon taught me that.
Mr. Simon, eh? Thank you, Dwight. You've been most enlightening.
I have? Oh, boy, something else to put on my resume.
All right, Niblick, let's get this show on the road. Put the money on the stage.
You mean this $1 million in $1 bills, Mr. Manhattan?
That's right.
No, Mr. Manhattan. That's wrong.
Wrong, eh? Dirk thinks he has found something wrong. But do you see it? Do you think you know what Dirk's thinking when he thinks he's thinking? Think about it, and we'll be back in a jiffy. A jiffy and a half at the most. All right, so it was 2 jiffies. At least we came back. And that's more than the 1968 Chicago Cubs can say. Dirk thinks he has a solution. I must admit, I don't know what it is. But then that's why I have to do voiceovers for a living.
If you won't ride the stage, Niblick, I'll get someone who will. I want my $1 million protected.
I don't think your $1 million needs protecting.
What is that supposed to mean, I ask archly?
What it means is there is not $1 million in this box. It is not large enough to hold 1 million $1 bills.
What's going on here, hombres?
Sheriff Garrett, just the law person I was looking for. I think Simon P. Manhattan is perpetrating an illegal scheme.
Is that bad?
Well, this package holds $1,000. This one, Mr. Manhattan claims, holds $1 million.
Why, it's 3 times longer, so I guess it does.
3 times longer means it has 3 times the volume. So it could hold only $3,000 in $1 bills.
Well, let's check it out. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Not 1 million.
What have you got to say for yourself, Simon P. Manhattan?
You have a funny nose.
To hold 1 million $1 bills, a container would have to be 1,000 times larger than this one, not 3 times larger. Why, it would have to be about the size of that steamer trunk over there.
That's no steamer trunk. That's my mister.
Oh, yes. Not only that, but this package of $1,000 bills weighs about 2 pounds.
Well, that means 1 million would weigh 1,000 times more.
Right. Nearly 2,000 pounds. That's about 1 ton. No man is strong enough to lift that much.
I once bench-pressed a judge.
I think you've been stealing money from yourself, Manhattan.
But how could he do that?
I'll tell. It's a nifty little scheme. See, I would put the money on the stage in cahoots.
But it wouldn't be 1 million, only 3,000.
Right. And then he would dress up like an outlaw.
You mean he would don a mask?
Not always. Sometimes I would blindfold a mafia guy.
So you would mask a don.
And then hold up the stagecoach and take the money.
Yes, and collect the insurance on what he told the stage company was $1 million, not 3,000.
Boy, what a crook. Ever consider becoming an NFL referee?
You have to remember to think and anticipate. Don't take things for granted just because some windbag tells you it's so. Use your noodle. Puzzle it out.
Would you take me to jail, Sheriff? I can't stand pontificating.
Most gladly.
So, Lieutenant Dirk Niblick has solved another absorbing mystery with mathematics, daring-do, and good old common sense. And he was just recounting the exciting tale to his neighbor.
Quite a scheme, wasn't it, Mr. Beasley?
Yes, but there's just one thing that remains a puzzle to me.
What's that, valued neighbor of mine?
Who do you suppose hung up the phone on you at the beginning of the episode?
And as our hero pondered that telephonic rejection standing in the wet grass, we bid him a damp adieu with thanks on our lips, a smile in our hearts, and gum on our shoes. Until next time, when common sense and mathematics will once again make this a smarter place to be.